Okay, so Dodge Challenger back window. There are two things, I guess technically three. One is the brake light. That was the thing that just came to mind at the end. Those remove really easily. We can do that. Two, you have this little pane gasket right here. And I've always just kind of managed to sneak the film in there, but especially when the glass is hot, this little rubber gasket down here will pinch. It's just a smidge too high, and you need to get it out of the way, or it'll help if you can get it out of the way. So thank you to whoever in the community suggested this little tip coming up. And then third is these defroster lines right here. They basically act as air tunnels. And then when you shrink the film, install it, you can get these air pockets that pop up on the defrosters that'll take you half an hour, hour plus to try and get out. So we'll go over all three of those here pretty quick. First is going to be this brake light right here. So these actually pop off really easily. There's two clips that are right up here. You just get your fingers under there, you pull down, and then you kind of like pop it back up just a little bit, because this plastic piece is separate from this piece right here. And then you like finagle it back and forth until those little clips come out. And then there's a little clip right there, little plug, that comes out. There you go, your brake light's out. If you hit the clip lottery here, these things sometimes like to pop up into the roof themselves. So get a good handle on it before you pull it down. That'll help make those clips not be lost into the ether. The guy in chat just called it. Okay, so here's the next tip for this rubber strip here. I used to always try and tuck it in, done it forever. It's still a pain every time I go to do it. I hate doing it. I didn't realize that this was the case. So I need to be smaller for one, because when you put these seats down, you really don't have any room. But when you lower these seats down, these push pins, you pull that out, and then the whole deck frees up just enough to give you that space right behind the glass. Oh my God, I wish I knew this way earlier. Somebody in chat suggested it last time, and I just happened to look into it today. This is going to be such a lifesaver, and I should have been doing it for a long time. It's that easy, and you could probably even put these seats kind of back to where they were to free up some space for yourself, or leave one down while you're kind of tinting it, that type of thing. So there you go, that's tip number 2. So tip number 3 is one that we've talked about before, and that's with the defrosters. So let me get this cut and shrunk, and then we'll be back with that last little guy. But that was so much easier. Last little tip on this back window for these defrosters is really straightforward. Turn on the defrosters. So you have an excuse to start this car if you want to hear it, but really, hit this button here, it's rear defrost button. Let those suckers warm up. And then while they're warming up, you can actually spray it down and prep it. Because these defrosters, they're thicker defrosters that let in air, but they also get especially hot. And, oh my God, sprayed, squeegeed, cleaned. Defrosters are currently on. They are warm. Film is shrunk. And that should help all the film lock down. Do a little bit of a limbo here. And then a trench run. Make sure all your gaps are covered. One of the worst things is to get this locked in place and then you just didn't catch something with a little gap. So it looks like we're good. And when you go to squeegee this one out, ride along, oh, it's a hair, I thought it was a spider. Ride along the defrosters. And that way you're not dragging any air unnecessarily, like air streaks along your tint. So unnecessary air trails, like these little bubbles right there, you want to catch those really early. So hop in and out of the car maybe a couple times if you need to. Get those out before the film locks down. But go straight across. Don't try and just push those straight down the back window.